Hi Pisces, welcome to your February 2018 reading. Hello to Pisces Moon, Pisces Rising and Cross Watchers to see what Pisces are up to. I just wanted to pop on screen and thank you all for your likes and subscriptions and all your private readings. I've had a couple of Pisces in there, so as this is a baby channel, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see what we have for Pisces. Now, as the sun is in Aquarius, it's going to be coasting through your 12th house. Pisces is the natural ruler of the 12th house, so it's a comfortable energy, but it's still your 12th position. So you may be dealing with past connections, revisiting the past. Your mind may be casting backwards rather than forwards. Certainly, it'll move forward completely once the sun moves into your sign, which will be on the 20th of February. And then your new moon will be coming up and it'll be all systems go for now. There's a little bit of introspection and past people creeping up. It's almost like when the sun is in your 12th house, there's that Mercury retrograde feeling where people appear from the past. You're thinking about exes, you're thinking about childhood friends, thinking of getting in touch with those you've not seen in a while, that type of thing. So we'll see what else we've got here for Pisces. Pisces, February 2018. Pisces, February 2018. Let's see what we've got. Eight of Wands, so yes, communication. I feel like you want to communicate with someone else. You want to hear from someone else. You want to reach out to someone else. Ace of Wands could be a fire sign, or it could be that you have just recently met someone you have a spark with. Some of you may be traveling overseas. You may be traveling via plane, long distance travel. You may be hearing from someone in a different country. There's definitely a travel influence here. Queen of Cups, a water sign, a fellow water sign, comfortable energy. Four of Cups in the recent past. I feel like there's, for some of you, you're contemplating a chance that you did not take, or you have regrets of chances in the past that you didn't take. You're maybe feeling a little bit uncomfortable with your own choices. Hanged Man, but you're feeling a little bit stuck about this anyway, is what I'm getting. I think there's a regretful theme about something that happened in the past, and that's what I meant about looking backwards. Eight of Cups. Some of you may have separated from someone or something, but as it's the energy of an 8, it's not like the death card, it's not that final, but I feel like you're wondering where something is going to go with a person, with a job, or with an idea. An idea is also coming up in here. High Priestess. Trusting your intuition, going with your gut. You're doubting your gut. Two of Wands, Justice in the hopes and fears. And the Ace of Cups. Who doesn't want that? And underneath, the Hierophant. Okay, so Pisces, I'm just going to move you off my face and onto the cards. Let's see what we've got here. Okay. So Pisces, as I was saying, I'll just move this here, give you a bit more light. Yeah, I feel like there's a regret here going on, and it's maybe that you didn't take an opportunity where you had, maybe you had an opportunity to travel before, you didn't take it, so you're thinking of taking it now. Maybe you had someone else come into the picture, maybe it was another water sign that you were keen of, or maybe you're thinking back to someone that you've loved before, but there's definitely an introspection and wonder about the past. And I feel with this Eight of Cups is you want to communicate with somebody else, but you're hanging about and you're not making the first move. They've not made the first move. You wonder, are they even thinking about you? Is what I'm getting here. There's definitely a person from the past that you want to communicate with. So I feel like it could be a water sign. It could be a Scorpio, another Pisces, or even a Cancer. It doesn't have to be. This can be dominant in their chart. It can be the time you met them. You maybe met them when the sun was in a water sign. But they're certainly a sensible person. But but someone who thinks with their heart and very feeling, and quite with the High Priestess coming up, I feel like it was a very special connection. So I can't quite figure out why it went away, but I feel like it may have been you. So you may have lost interest, or you may have your mind on other things and you didn't take the opportunity when it presented itself. You may have had things going on within your own heart that you felt like you couldn't invest in a particular person. I also wonder if this energy that seems to be in the cards of waiting to make better decisions is actually counterproductive. So I feel like if you have regrets about the past, you're looking back and feeling guilty about missing opportunities. If you continue to look at the opportunities you missed, you're going to continue to miss more. You're going to continue to miss the ones in the future. You're going to continue to have that karma, really. You're going to repeat the same mistake over and over. So I would suggest, Pisces, you don't. And what's beautiful about the Ace of Cups coming up in the outcome is that you're actually going to have the opportunity for a brand new emotional start. This could be with a Libra person. Justice comes up for Libras, but it also comes up for wanting the best outcome and feeling like this is what you want, and what you deserve. So I feel like the concept of deserving the other person, or the other person deserving you, is a conversation that's come up before, or it has been something that's been mentioned. You may be dealing with someone in the legal profession, of course, with Justice. But I feel like there was a decision that went wrong for you, and a decision that you're regretting, and at the moment you're not progressing because you're looking backward and you're feeling a little bit like a victim. And the worst victim mentality is that of being a victim of self, because that is one you have the most control over. If nobody else did anything to you and it's you that's holding back, it is a voluntary position. I'm going to go around them again, but just to make it clear, we have the Hierophant underneath, so I feel like you may be considering making a big commitment to somebody else. And the Hierophant also is an old traditional card. It can be an old love. So someone that, for those of you that are a little bit older, someone you loved many years ago that your heart has always echoed back to. Someone that you were maybe married to. Some of you may have married very young and separated and blamed youth on the separation, is what I'm getting with the Hierophant there. But I feel like this person you're thinking of is someone that you want to be serious with. It's something that you can see a future with, but you're more focused on the actual past events than the future you could create. So I'm going to go around this again, Pisces, and see what we get. Da-da-da. Seven of Swords. Okay, so we have the question of lying going on here. Someone that maybe deceived you, maybe you told a few fibs, and this yeah, that's an interesting combination. So the Seven of Swords is generally a deceitful card. We all know it. We all fear it. It means someone has hidden things, stretched the truth at a minimum, and cheated at a maximum. But crossed with the Queen of Swords here, I think you may have dealt with an air sign that was unfavourable. Or you may have regret because the person you want, you may have treated badly. You may have been caught out in a lie. Judgment. Yeah. The truth came out and it didn't go well. Two of Cups. Yeah, you definitely have rejected or missed out on a love opportunity and you're regretting it. Six of Swords with the Hanged Man. You want to move forward, but you don't know if you can do it alone. Ace of Pentacles. Financially, you can have good starts. You know, some of you may be moving house or location for a job. Seven of Wands with the High Priestess. You're fighting your own intuition, Pisces. I feel like some of you may be having dreams and interesting experiences and you're ignoring it, or you're ignoring the signs. You're forgetting things. Page of Pentacles. Again, that just fair outcome. and the King of Cups. Okay, Pisces, I really sense some of you are dealing with another water sign, and I think it may be a Scorpio or a Cancer or another Pisces. But there's definitely love coming up this month, and it's a typical Piscean love. So it's emotional, and it's sensitive, and it's magical, and it's mystical. The star was underneath. Okay, so you may be dealing with an Aquarius or someone with Aquarius in their chart, but there's a magical element to this romance that is coming, and it may be a reunion. It may be somebody new. It's with the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is one of my favourite cards, but it's also quite ambiguous in terms of love, because it can either be a brand new start of a relationship that's already in the works. It can be a new chapter in a relationship. It can be a reunion of an old relationship that's been refreshed, or it can be somebody brand new. Aces are always new beginnings, so typically they can mean somebody new. But with all this watery energy, I feel like there's a compatibility between the person in your past and the person in your future, so it could be someone from then. I also see you having a great emotional rebirth as yourself, feeling very much in your own element, feeling very rejuvenated after being in a hanged man position, after being in a funk. I can see you feeling much more yourself, but I also see you being a little bit more ambitious with your investments and your money. I can see you having sparks of great ideas, great inspiration that you've been lacking in before. The Ace of Wands was in the challenge position, and then the Ace of Pentacles is in the up-and-coming future. So I can see you going from feeling a little bit flat on ideas to having pretty good ones, pitching good ideas. If you have a boss, pitching a good idea, making great contributions in work, having more opportunities, people noticing that you're on point. Maybe you're waking up earlier in the morning, you've got a new workout routine, and you're feeling very refreshed and very go-getting, Pisces. I'm so intrigued by this King of Cups in the future, because this is a person, and I feel like it's a very sensitive and warm person, much like this Queen. They're both cups. Someone very warm, very in tune with their emotions. It may be a doctor for some of you, or maybe someone who's living a creative life. Just someone who's basically going with their passions. And they're caring and sensitive and helpful to you, and understanding of your watery nature. And I just feel so much like you rejected a soulmate, Pisces. With this Two of Cups, I feel like you separated from a soulmate. And I can see this coming around for you for the better. So I'm going to go around this again. The energy thus far this year, Pisces, for you has been great for love. If you've not seen the effects of it yet, I really feel like you will in the up and coming months. These readings, they can't all take place cohesively within the 1 month. Sometimes it takes time to build, but you start to see the energies starting. But don't forget, Jupiter is in fellow water sign Scorpio. So when it's in your element, luck is on your side, particularly with travel and philosophy and education and things. You may meet people through traveling, and certainly you may find your love life is a lot more healthy, because when Jupiter was in Libra, it was your 8th house, which can be quite dark and can sometimes bring a bit of admin as far as your relationships go, because it's all about, the 8th house is typically inheritance and the occult and things like that, and it can be really heavy as an aspect, but in Scorpio it's very comfortable. So I'm going to go around this again and see what else we have here for you, Pisces. See if we can get any more clarification on this King of Cups. The Moon. Okay, so that's your card, Pisces. And beside the Seven of Swords, I really feel like there was a lie. There was something that was kept. Seven of Cups. Yeah, you may have had options. You may not have wanted to give up your singledom, or you may have been afraid of being an option, but you reacted through fear. Or for some of you, you may actually have been in a third party situation that ended, and you're still dealing with the grief of that, and you're maybe feeling like you could have done something better. Maybe you worked a lot and you blame yourself for this. Two of Pentacles, so there is a juggling. Do you know, some of you may have had a relationship that occurred and you were thinking about your ex at the time, you weren't entirely over them, and you ended up losing the new person, while all the while the ex wasn't worth tuppence. Emperor, Aries, so Aries has come up in your reading, Pisces. You may be dealing with an Aries. You may be that entrepreneurship that I mentioned earlier. You may be becoming your own boss. Some of you certainly could be running your own business and it could be doing pretty well. And if you're not, you have that ability. That's coming up quite strongly. You have the ability to make things work and move mountains. But this Knight of Wands, yeah, travel. Some of you can definitely be traveling this month. Some of you can be relocating. At least some of you are traveling and moving somewhere. Or you may be dealing with fire sign, but earth sign, that water signs come up again, yeah. Y'all? Okay. So you're working on yourself. You're deciding between being who you want to be and just who you are. I feel like you're thinking about your image and the way you react with the world. Nine of Pentacles and the Empress underneath. So Pisces, you're going to be very attractive this month. You're going to have a lot of options, and I feel like you're going to be having one of those months that you remember as being, you know, that you look back and say that was a pretty good month. You know, you have travel opportunities here, you have job opportunities, you're going to be thriving in your workplace, you're going to be finding yourself investing in who you are. I can see you buying new clothes and working out more, getting your fitness up, you know, having a much more rejuvenated attitude to life. All the while, I feel like there's this reconnection with someone from the past that you feel like you missed out on. And as I say, the lesson in this reading entirely is that if you're worried about missing opportunities, then worrying about that will make you miss more, because you won't be able to see what's right in front of you anyway. You know, I can see you really blooming, Pisces. You know, you've got that independence, that zest that's coming up. You're going to be feeling very in charge of your finances, in charge of your own world, and you're going to be feeling like a brand new person. But as I say, don't regret things that may have gone wrong, because a lot of the time you couldn't have predicted how it would have turned out, and you still can't tell for sure how it would have turned out. You know, you may have had opportunities to travel that you declined and you regret that, but you don't know what could have happened when you were traveling. All the same as if you did miss out on somebody and it was your fault, the best you can do is reach out, because Knights are great communication bearers, and you have pages and Knights, and I feel like you could totally reach out to someone and be warmly received. So if there's someone you're thinking of, it would be worth reaching out to them. You know, the reading can offer a steadfast reunion. You know, the steadfast reunion would be the Six of Cups, that type of thing. You know, a very obvious reconciliation. But with the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups, I can see totally new love or relighting an old relationship from your past. I mean, the option's there. I feel like if it was you that messed up on this, you may have to be the one that does the reaching. Or if you were cheated on by somebody and you want to speak to them, do a little bit of inward focus and consider why you would want to do that. But certainly, whichever you choose to do, the outcome of the month with that ace is brand new and sparkly, and you'll be feeling so much more like yourself. I really see a beautiful mystical energy with you, particularly when the sun goes into your sign. And with this Ace of Cups card, the moons are important. So there'll be that new moon in Aquarius on the 15th of February, which will be in your 12th house. So it's like a brand new start in your psyche, like your psychic abilities and your intuition. So you will know if you want to communicate with someone or if you want to try and mend fences. You can go with your gut on this one, Pisces. I feel like you've been wrestling with your intuition on this for a while. In fact, you may actually be wrestling with your intuition on an earth sign for some of you. And you may be uncertain about this person, but go with your gut. Don't fight your instincts. That's the worst thing you can do. Just go with your gut on this one, Pisces. And I feel like you'll be totally invincible with your intuition on your side. So that's the reading for February, Pisces. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the March readings for birthday month. See you then, Pisces. Bye.